Alrighty, the next quest in the Eden quest line, I don't know why words escaped me right there, is Super Seismic, which makes me think we might be tackling Titan next, having learned that we are now facing off against I don't know how many of the primals that we have faced off against in the past. We'll see how long it goes on for. Yeah, given to us by Reen, our little camp thing to like the southwest of Amarang in Norvrant. I'm gonna try something here. I'm probably gonna fail. But if I fail, I'll just try something else. But we're gonna go as Black Mage. Although I have 141,000 versus Paladin 232,000. What Red Mage? Still 141. Dragoon I'm not as confident with. There's just too many fucking buttons to be entirely honest with you. Yeah, I'll try Black Mage to see how far I get. Here we go. I think this proves that the water aspected ether is no longer lying dormant. So which element should we realign next, Urianger? I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, the empty shall become capable of supporting the growth of flora. Imagine that! Forests in the empty. But before we begin, I'd like to know how that girl is doing. Still sound asleep, she didn't so much as stir even when I took her helmet off. I thought it might be getting a bit stuffy in there, and I was curious to know what sort of person we're dealing with. She seems surprisingly normal, not at all like your usual Voidsent. I'd say she's around the same age as you, Reen, perhaps a little older. Well, whoever she is, we should let her rest while we concentrate on the task at hand. As much as I'd love to go with you, I'd best stay here in case she wakes up and is feeling less than cooperative. And while I wait here, wishing I had something to read, my thoughts will be with you as you fly off to face the next opponent. It must be a strange feeling to bring something into existence through your own willpower, only to slay it immediately after. I almost feel sorry for the poor things. All the same, I wish you luck. If all goes well, he won't be waiting for long. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can see the results. Nods from both myself and Urianger. I got Black Mage to 100 extremely recently. Within the last week. But already had all the gear from Red Mage. I just used some of the nuts. The sacks of nuts to get this 730 weapon, which is the highest weapon I have on any of my classes because I don't do any of the raids and such, so I'd like to. It's just, God, one time I queued as White Mage and 22 minutes later still had nothing. This sucks, dude. Anyway, here's Reen to continue inside the core again. Now, before we embark on our journey, there's one question I feel I should ask. Where are we going? I would suggest a certain region that lieth east of Norvrant, which was once home to the great Mount Atlas. And for the earth-aspected primal we wish to invoke, what could be a more fitting choice than Titan? I don't think I've heard of that one. What's it like? My options are, he is worshipped by the kobolds, or the landslides. The landslides. The landslides. The landslides. So many landslides. It seems like you had a rather traumatic experience. I did fall off the edge the very first time that I fought Titan, like way back when, because I didn't know that red ring was what I should avoid. I thought I needed to stand in it to avoid what was going to be coming from the center. But I learned very quickly. But if our last battle is anything to go by, this one will be different from the Titan that Mercy remembers, yes? It would be wise to consider the two as entirely separate beings. As such, thou must needs conceive new stratagems if thou art to triumph in the battle to come. Past experience will avail thee not, I fear. Okay. All right, Mercy. Once you're ready, we'll be on our way. I have a feeling I'm just gonna lose pretty quickly to like things I can't avoid. It took a while, but we finally arrived. Black screen. Ready, Mercy? We're still in the core. Like, nothing's changed landscape-wise. I'm not even sure why they didn't... So why they, like, had a black screen. We're not flying anywhere. Like, we can't see us flying anywhere. Anyway, memories of Titan come tumbling back. We reach out once again to the device that Reen is normally working with, which is that blue circle that's kind of spinning in the air. Sepulture. Eden's Gate Sepulture. At least that's how I pronounce that word. I think it's right. Sam E. Paul U. L. Tom U. R. E. Sepulture. Pretty sure. Alright, let's jump in and lose. Probably. We're fine. Wait. My gear is all green. Our cutscene entering, we see some rock pillars. And this is not the Titan I'm aware of. Heriter of Crags Titan. This is a humanoid form with like 4 big grinding kind of wheels on its back, like two on the shoulders and 2 on like the lower right and left hips. Or yeah, very humanoid. Not really a whole lot like the Titan I'm familiar with, but yeah. Let's see how this goes. Wait, what did I just do? I clicked a button I didn't mean to. Voice of the Land is probably unavoidable AoE. Indeed. That's probably gonna be... Oh. Not what I expected. But easy enough to dodge. Oh. I don't know what this is. But... Or if I could have seen it telegraphed somehow? Stone Crusher. Vulnerability for some reason. Great. Awesome. And then a like a get away from this mechanic. These rocks are, yeah. One rock is gonna explode. I gotta get behind the other rock? Maybe? Or not. I think I could have got behind that rock from Titan. Or whatever this guy's called. Okay, that was a knockback. Followed by anything? He has taken some of those grindy wheel thingies into his hands and just did a line attack I didn't know was coming, but somehow dodged anyway. Luck is what we call that. My vulnerability's gone. It's always nice. Stone Crusher might be... Get away? Vulnerability again. Awesome. And a lot of damage. Like, I don't know what I'm doing there. Which is normal for me. He's turning... There's 4 rocks that he brought down. He turned 1 into a cobalt bomb. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be safe here. Yeah. So one's a big explosion. The smaller ones that he didn't increase the size of littler, smaller explosions. I don't think I survived this. Especially when he does whatever his special thing is. I'm not regenerating hit points enough. I've only got him to 50%. Fault zone? Oh, yeah. So when he does the wheelie thing, he transforms into a car. And then, yeah. I mean, if I go red mage, I can heal myself. Paladin's just slow, and if I die, I die. You know, like, if I die... whatever. I had the right idea doing these in the first time. Just go paladin and tank it up. Oh, dang it. That messed up my rotation. I didn't get to make the very most out of my fight or flight buff. I really don't know how to avoid that physical damage vulnerability. I'm supposed to jump at a certain time, which would be stupid. And a mechanic that I've literally never seen before. So he turns that one into Molten, and then from him, he will do Seismic Wave. I think I can just go behind this rock and avoid it. Nope. I don't think that did anything. Oh yeah, line attack coming. Massive lance. I'm gonna get over here just in case, but it should be a line in front of him. What the fuck? That didn't happen the first time. He had the line, but I don't remember that happening. I don't remember a knockback at that point. Okay, so get close to him and not in that line right in front of him. Fun times, man. I'll tell you that much. I can just step into this thing. That's an interesting pattern this time. It has been different every time, and I do not think that there is a pattern to it, or like a reasoning behind it. And then once again, I get the vulnerability up because I don't know how to avoid whatever that is. I don't know what this is at all. This rock explodes. Do I get behind it? Or is that bad? Oh, you take more damage if you're not behind the rock. I see, okay. And you get a Vuln stack. Okay, so be near it, but not in the line in front of it. Like, this corner should be fine. Or not. Sorry for the yell. I don't understand. I didn't... That knockback wasn't a thing the first time as Black Mage. I don't get it, dude. I hate having to watch videos. Like, I mean, I've been doing it for every dungeon that I've ever done with a group. I've watched a video first. I never wanted to be the person that held everybody back. Or annoyed everybody by being the one guy that died like 6 times because just didn't take the 3 minutes it takes to look at the mechanics. But it is beyond annoying. Okay, I'm gonna try jumping. Jump! Jump! Nope, still got the physical wall. I tried running away from him in a different attempt. So yeah, you take less damage and you don't get a vuln if you're behind the rock. That's something. Whoa! I did not position myself correctly for that. Okay, let's assume... Do you get behind him? Is that No, I'm not getting behind him. Sorry, I meant to say I will be right back. Okay, so I've learned the thing that was frustrating me that I didn't notice is the first time I did this fight and didn't get knocked off the platform by Titan's like blue line thing was because I was actually standing in the blue line thing to begin with and didn't actually move until afterward. And that is actually where you need to stand so that you were not knocked back the entire length of the universe. I will demonstrate, hopefully, correctly. This is unavoidable. It gives the tank a physical vulnerability. It will also kill anybody who's not a tank, I think, as far as it looked like, who is standing in front of, like, with the tank. It's a cleave, so. So, this first time, I actually want to be standing in front of him. At least to start with. And then move. And this time, you want to be standing, you actually do want to be standing on the sides. You'll get knocked back, and you gotta do a run. Your fleeting, meaningless existence ends here. Bow down, Overdweller. Doing Earthen Fury, which is his Big Daddy move. And then things get a bit more extreme. Extreme. Some more bomb boulders in rows now. We can go away from him and over here, and then just move into the center after those first ones explode. Where'd I get foam from? I probably ran across something that was exploding. I didn't really notice. Boo. Crumbling down. Which one is this? So stand in front, because he doesn't have wheels. And then he'll create a pattern that you just kind of got to get away. And then he'll do one side with a landslide. And then it'll spread out from the other side. And then a left landslide. Oops. 25%. 26. So bomb boulders in an X pattern. The middle will always explode first. Shit. Yeah. Whatever. I moved too soon. Weird. %. Is that wheels? Wheels. So I do want to stand. So you want to stand on the side where there's more squares actually for this one. Very important. And he's going to do it a few times in a row. So you're going to want to move once again to the other side with the more squares. Because you're going to get knocked back. You don't get knocked off the edge. And once again, the side with the more squares. And then right under him for this massive donut AoE called Magnitude 5.0. Point 3, point 2, done. Sorry about how long that took. He glows very golden, kind of like a golden lava. And then poof, out of existence into yellow motes. I didn't take my vitamins. There was enough sunlight. I don't need vitamin D. Alright. Alright. There's a treasure, a different treasure coffer. An Eden Miner minion. And this might actually mean that we're at the end of the early antiquity stuff. But we'll see. Alright. We have Reen to finish the quest. Welcome back. You must be exhausted. I did die a few times, yeah. For a creature made of rock, he was a lot more agile than I was expecting. I wonder, was the Titan of your world a tough opponent too? Not really, no. My options are he never stood a chance against me, or yes, if I'd put 1 foot wrong, I would have fallen to my doom. Yes, if I'd put 1 foot wrong, I would have fallen to my doom. So all it would have taken is a momentary lapse of concentration? I don't like the sound of that. But more importantly, you've defeated another elemental being, which means we're a step closer to reclaiming the empty. I can't wait to see how much of a difference we've made this time. 3,000 experience points. A piety materia +8. It's a level 7 materia. Once again, throwaway, vendorable materia as well. Cutscene, an after scene. we see the same lake. That crystal tower that is leaning is now yellow, with kind of partially yellow, partially green crystals floating around it. And where the cliffs and such were around us were all just pure white, now they look like rock, with some white here and there, but lots and lots of rock. Did we really do all of this? It would appear that balance has returned to the element of earth, and yet... He looks to Eden. The transformation hath affected only the immediate vicinity, whereas the lands beyond this lake doth remain unchanged. 'Tis passing strange indeed. Did we do something wrong? Though this falleth short of the outcome I had envisioned, 'tis plain our efforts were not in vain. He kneels and puts a hand over the land. Mayhap this localized phenomenon is the result of an intersection of ethereal currents. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that similar locations in the empty hath undergone comparable alterations. Then the ether will spread out from these points to cover the rest of... Is she getting a headache? And then she faints a little bit, but only to her hand. She's one knee down, but fine otherwise. Once again, showing way too much leg, Square Enix. Like, why? Thancred kneels with her. Reen! Some of the crystals are pure yellow, but there was a little bit of blue at the bottom of a couple of the rotating crystals. Anywho, weird time to wave, but Reen, myself, and Urian J and Thancred, we all thank you for watching. I will be making the next video shortly. Bye-bye for now. Hopefully I won't die as much next time.